UFC 328 breakdown. Crazy fights, insane decisions. Let's get into it. Starting with the early prelims, going all the way up to the main event. What a card, guys. First off, we've got Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. First fight of the night. See what I got in my notes here. This was, oh my god. Was it just me, or did this shit feel like it took forever to actually get through these fights today? Holy shit, this is a long one. Okay, so Clayton Carpenter versus Jose Ochoa. Round one. Both guys are throwing some big shots early on. Ochoa's on the gas, just staying on that front foot, spamming some left hand body shots as well. Just keeps fucking teeing off to that body with his left hand there. Carpenter ends up clinching up, and they land some more body shots. Carpenter gets dropped and ends up looking for a heel hook while he's on the ground. Gets up, lands a combo for the end of the first round.
Whoa, make sure you subscribe. And also, happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys all got your mom something nice. I'm giving her half this parlay money.
So close strike-wise, other than just the significant strikes, more significant strikes for Jose for sure. Round two, Carpenter's using some low kicks, but he's eating some huge shots while he's doing this. Carpenter does end up taking the back of Ochoa and transitions to his leg, but they end up back on the feet shortly after that. Ochoa's landing some good combos, and Carpenter is eating some head kicks. So Carpenter is getting really pieced up in this second round, but he's holding in there. Carpenter's tough as fuck, man. There's a few times I was like, wow, I can't believe he just ate that shot. Round three, Carpenter's still pressing forward with more urgency now. I think he knows he's down 2 rounds trying to get a win here. He does end up getting into the ground where he is in top control, but loses control, and they end up back on the feet. Carpenter's looking for a takedown for pretty much the rest of the round and just surviving, while Jose Ochoa is just fucking teeing off on him. Jose Ochoa gets the win and then proposes to his wife. Imagine if he lost. You think he would have just not, I mean, yeah, he would have just not proposed. He just decided, like, all right, I'm going to win and propose, or if I lose, that's my sign to not marry this bitch. So I guess that was, I guess that was his choice. Next, Susurkaev. This guy was part of my parlay, the -700 favorite. However, round one, very close and making me sweat because I had a big bet that I placed. Big for me. I don't know. You guys might be rich, but it was huge for me. Round one, both very hesitant at first. Susurkaev is staying very composed, taking it slow, throwing some kicks, beating up Santos' calves a lot, landing a few shots. But Santos having some success with his jab, and he is like able to kind of defend well, not get caught in tricky spots, having success with the jab, like I said. And we didn't see any really takedown attempts or anything. So round two, a much more dominant round for Susurkaev. Round two, Santos is attacking. Santos is attacking with that jab. Susurkaev has better defense now. He was sort of keeping a higher guard. In this round, the first round, he's being very lackluster. He taunts a lot. And I hate that shit, if I'm being honest. I hate the taunting. I hate the bullshit. Like, that stuff is just asinine to me. Like I said, it's got some better defense, keeping a higher jab, throwing that teep and low kick a lot more. Susurkaev's putting together the better combos, it seems. Santos does end up clinching up cage side for a moment, and Santos is just back on that jab. Good elbow from Susurkaev in the clinch as well. Once he realizes that elbow is working, he starts kind of spamming that in round three. So we get into the round three. Like I said, Susurkaev's throwing a lot of elbows and kicks as well. He's really turned it up on the kicks. Just doing way more, just putting in more effort now. Susurkaev does level change into a clinch and puts together an amazing combo in that clinch. Santos is holding his head cage side. Susurkaev's able to get the fight to the ground and put Santos to sleep. I think it was rear naked choke. And no, he did not tap him. He literally went to sleep. The ref had to pull him off. So all respect to Jordan Santos here. He would not tap. Went right to sleep though. So win for Susurkaev. I think he's very good. I do think that he's maybe not as good as he thinks, but we'll see as his career continues. Next, Pat Sabatini versus William Gomis. This was a close fight, I thought. Not really. Well, I don't know. Round one, there's no clock at the beginning of this for some reason. You hear fucking John talking about, oh, we've got no clock or whatever the fucking else. Like, this is stupid. Paramount, get your fucking shit together. Anyway, Sabatini shoots early, slams Gomis to the ground, but Gomis does pop up quick. Sabatini is smothering Gomis octagon side, takes Gomis to the ground for like a second, and then he pops back up for the end of the round. Gomis is clearly the better striker. He's a lot longer and a lot more just technical as far as the striking goes. So I think Sabatini realizes he's got to get it to the ground as quickly as he This has annoyed me today. As quickly as he possibly can. Round two, Sabatini gets it back octagon side right away, lands a brief takedown, does this twice, right back into that cage side clinch. Gomis is putting some strike togethers after they break out of that clinch. Sabatini ends up level changing into clinch control again. Gomis tees off a good combo at the end of the round. So Gomis is really piecing him up on the feet this round, but it just doesn't matter just because the control time basically. Sabatini shoots another takedown right off rip in this round, round three, but Gomis is able to sprawl and is clipping Sabatini a lot actually in this round. Sabatini does eventually get that takedown cage side, short-lived once again in some little combos at the end of this round. So unanimous decision wins Sabatini. Boring fighter, not gonna lie, pretty boring guy. Next, Roman Kopylov versus Marco Tulio. Roman Kopylov, like, he has very good striking. He did a great job here against Marco Tulio, who's a very strong, knocks people out, very strong fighter. Kopylov had a game plan, I believe, and he really stuck to it here. So, round one, Kopylov's looking very aggressive early on, fighting forward. Tulio starts landing. He's not landing, but putting big power behind his shots. Kopylov puts together a good close range combo. Tulio lands a head kick and aggressive exchanges for the end of this round. So now it seems like Kopylov has a bad eye right in round one. So heading into round two, you see him kind of touching his eye and stuff. Looks like it's not great. Kopylov lands a great check hook off rib. Tulio ate that and ate some kicks. And now Tulio's trying to land some kicks, it seems like. Tulio's putting together easy combos, just classic 1s, 1-2s, 1-2-3s, nothing crazy. Actually, I don't even know if he threw any hooks. But he's got Kopylov flinching. Like, he's looking very flinchy, waiting for the fights, doesn't want to get hit. Kopylov throws a huge hook, drops him. Could have got the finish, but waited too long. They end up clinching up, and it was, honestly, wasted opportunity for Kopylov here. It was just, this is just not working. So yeah, completely wasted opportunity for Kopylov. Could have got the finish there, unable to do so. Crazy shit. Next, round three. Right hook, then a left hand, drops Tulio again. It's on the ground. Tulio's defending on the ground. Kopylov is not fast enough again and is unable to get the finish. They get back up. Kopylov still landing that check hook. Wild exchange at the end of the round. Kopylov for the win. Unanimous decision. That was the end of the early prelims. On to the prelims. Jim Miller. I just made a short the other day about fighters that need to retire, and he was on my list. Not because he's losing, just because I think he's old. And I regret that because the guy just got a first round win over Jared Gordon via submission. So this fight starts off, Jared's coming out very aggressive, ends up catching a kick into a takedown. Miller grabbed a guillotine, Gordon tapped. That is simple. 3 minutes, 30 seconds into round one. Very simple. There was some light striking at the beginning of the round, nothing too crazy, and yeah, there we are. Next, Grant Dawson versus Mats Rebecki. I don't fucking know. I'm not good with the names. We know this. Next. Round 1. Honestly, this was a really good fight. I actually liked this fight. Up until the point where this guy got submitted. Round 1, Dawson lands a head kick early. Rebecki clinches. They get into a wild scramble where Rebecki is on his feet, ends up on his feet with Dawson on his back. Rebecki gets control at the end of the round and lands some big shots, but spent most of the round with Dawson on his back and trying to defend the grappling. Round 2, Rebecki's coming out strong. Lands a big shot, drops Dawson. Again, doesn't get the finish. This just happened with Kopylov. Same things happen to Rebecki. He's just not smelling the blood and not getting in there and getting that finish fast enough. And it cost him the fight. They break out. Dawson's on that pressure. Rebecki's countering well and sits him down again. Dawson gets up quickly this time. And then we have a good trip from Rebecki that ends the round. Round 3. Another trip, but ends up with Dawson on his back. Rebecki lands another trip. It ends up with Dawson on Rebecki's back, and then he gets submitted. Taps. So, yeah, cost himself that. Next, Alvarez versus Yaroslav Amosov. God damn, how has Yaroslav not ever fought for the title? Guy's got like 40 fucking wins. Now he has 40 wins. He had 39 coming in. Round 1. Alvarez is looking very patient. Amosov gets a single leg takedown very quickly. Alvarez gets to his feet, cage side, gets taken down again multiple times while Amosov is landing shots during all these takedowns and grappling exchanges. Round 2, Amosov is staying sharp, but eating some shots, and then all of a sudden picks him up, slams Alvarez down, and submits him via arm triangle. There are levels to this game. Next, Atiba Gautier versus Aussie Diaz. Atiba, my man, the second leg on my parlay. How can you not pick this guy? He was a minus fucking 1,200 favorite. I'm surprised it made it out of round 1. Round 1, though. I think they're kind of giving Atiba guys that aren't the best because they expect him to do really well and they want him to be like really good for this division. That is my theory currently. So round 1, Diaz staying very cautious, smart defensively, aware of Atiba's power. Good combo from Atiba. Diaz is pushing into a cage side clinch after that combo. Breakout into a combo for Atiba again. Atiba's landing that uppercut a lot, it seems. Diaz is pushing cage side again. So Diaz was able to eat a few shots, maybe gain some confidence, stay smart defensively, so that he could continue this fight. Now, round 2, Atiba did a great job of listening to his corner. They pretty much told him exactly what to do, and it worked. Atiba comes out quick, landing some jabs, tagging that body like his corner said. Lands a big right hand, sleeps Diaz right there. Boom. So, another win racked up for Atiba Gautier. He will, I think that's 10 or 11 in the UFC. He will be fighting a ranked opponent next, I'm sure. I'd like to see him against some harder competition myself. So that'll be interesting. I think that'll be good. That'll be good for him. So next up, we've got King, aka Bobby Green. So his nickname used to be King, right? Is his nickname now Bobby? That's the question I have. Anyway, King Green versus Jeremy Stevens, the real hardest hitting 155er, actually 160er, because he came in fucking 5 pounds overweight. So, dude can't even make weight. That's neither here nor there, though. It didn't help him any. Why was everyone doubting my boy? Even though he's a favorite, people were like, yo, Green's not winning this shit. I was like, come on, bro. Bet against him with Zellhuber. We see where that got me. Round 1, typical defense from Green. Hands low, feint heavy, talking shit. Stevens clinches up, does land an elbow off that clinch. We see a nut shot from King Green. Gets it to the ground, landing some ground and pound, leads it into a rear naked choke, and submits Jeremy Stevens. Guy spent too much time bare knuckle brawling, not enough time fighting MMA to just come back in here. Hey, let's give Green a ranked opponent, and then right after that, a title shot. He's getting old. This is the last title run. Let's do it. Next, Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. Despite the weird line movement and people thinking there was some weird cheating going on, my boy Brady, who, hey, I picked Green to win. I also picked Brady. I did great. 4 for 5 on the picks, man. So Sean Brady was able to secure that win today. And did things to Joaquin Buckley no one has done to him before. And it really made Buckley, uncomfortable. Round 1, setting a very fast pace early. A lot of feints. Sean does land a left hand into a clinch. Brady... What the fuck? Yeah. So Brady is looking for those takedowns. Does end up landing a takedown into top control, cage side. Lands some great ground and pound while looking for a submission the entire time in round 1. So pretty much dominated round 1. Same thing in round 2. Round 2, Brady gets the takedown early this time, and they're in the middle of the octagon now. Buckley does end up scrambling to his feet, but gets taken down immediately. And Brady's just smothering him and landing ground and pound for the entirety of this round as well. His ground and pound is nasty, man. And then round 3, very similar to rounds 1 and 2. A notebook is falling apart. Brady gets another early takedown, cage side, still throwing that ground and pound all the way until the end of the round. Great cardio, able to just stay on top of him, stay postured up, and just hammer away with hammer fists, shots, elbows, whatever. Just staying on that gas. Got that unanimous decision win. Next, Alexander Volkov versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Not sure why people were thinking Acosta was going to win this one. There are levels to this game. So round 1, Volkov on the kicks a lot very early on. Acosta looking to land that jab. Volkov countering well and able to stay out of reach of that jab as well. Defending super good in this first round. Acosta does land a couple heavy shots towards the end of this round, but Volkov stays composed. Round 2, Acosta landed some more shots early. Volkov is still hacking at those legs, defending well still. And then we see a great combo from him. But after that combo, Acosta starts landing some shots back. Volkov does wobble him, checks it, wobbles his ass. Walks over to him really weirdly, like just walks over to him instead of looking for the finish. I don't know why he did that, but that's what he did. Volkov is having success with his jab and does land a head kick and then more inside kicks at the end of the round. So literally him just throwing those kicks probably won him the fight because he's just getting way more strikes than Acosta is. Acosta's kicks are barely landing when they do land, and he's, hitting him with that jab sometimes, but it's not really flowing through, Volkov still leading with kicks in round 3. We do see an eye poke from Acosta. But right after the eye poke, after the break from the short eye poke, he lands some big shots. Volkov responds with a good jab. They're trading jabs now. Get into some clinch work. Acosta's landing some big overhand rights. Volkov's landing some body shots, but Volkov's kind of on the back foot now, trying to stay away from Acosta and just sneak out this win, which he did. Unanimous decision win. Alexander Volkov, give him a title fight. He's on his last run. Next, another one I got right, by the way. Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. Now, let me tell you something. Joshua Van, he was the underdog. Do I know why? No, because you should never, ever doubt Joshua Van. One of my favorite Van lines is, yeah, this guy's fought, I'm butchering the quote. He's fought the best, he's fought everyone, he's beat everyone. but he ain't fought Joshua Van. And that perfectly sums up exactly what happened in this 5-round fight where everyone thought Taira was going to just out-wrestle and take Van down and keep him down the whole time. Round 1. Taira leg kicks early into a takedown very early on, 30 seconds probably into the round. Against the cage, Van is able to get up and lands a combo. Now they're both kind of trading jabs. Taira does end up landing another takedown cage side. Van gets up, but Taira lands another takedown. Van does get up at the end of the round, but doesn't really have time to tee off anything too crazy. Now round 2. Wow, look at the total strikes for this full fight. 190 to 100. That's crazy. And good to see that Van has the cardio to do a full 5-rounder. Round 2, Taira shoots again. Van defends this time. And then Van is piecing him up on the feet, landing all types of combos, uppercuts, hooks, jabs, straights, just everything he can. Taira does end up landing a takedown into top position. Van is, however, landing shots from the bottom, and then Joshua Van gets to his feet, boom, drops Taira and almost finishes him right there. He is just fucking sits his ass down. It was great. Almost finishes him round 2, and then round 3 really almost is finishing him. Van's pressing forward, landing jabs and combos. Taira can't land any combos at the moment. Van is almost gets a submission, believe it or not, gets his ass to the ground and almost gets a rear naked choke. Taira does end up getting a takedown twice at the end of this round, but round 3 was just, everything's coming up Van, man. Taira lands a low kick. Van hits a big shot up top. Taira lands a takedown. Van gets to his feet quickly and then lands some more jabs. Taira shoots another takedown, does not get it at the end of the round. Round 5. Van is back on that jab early, just that jab and that straight, just jab followed up with a straight right after. Taira shoots twice, Van defends it, and then he starts pouring it on. Shots to the body, shots to the head, up top, fucking hooking him against the cage. Boom, gets that TKO finish. Taira was upset with this, yelling at the ref, but honestly, Taira, you suck. Joshua Van is the greatest. He just bought his mom a house. He's literally one of my favorites now. Called out Pantoja again. Pantoja, I guarantee Pantoja was sitting in his fucking seat, shitting his pants like, God fucking damn it. Now I gotta fight Joshua Van, okay? And try to wrestle him, man. He doesn't give a fuck. He's got good fucking takedown defense. He was getting those butterflies and getting up every fucking time. This is Joshua fucking Van. This guy's awesome. Next, the main event. Khamzat Chimaev versus Sean Strickland. The only pick that I missed for the main event on UFC 328, and I couldn't be happier. Did I want Sean Strickland to win? Of course. You know, he's an American. I like American fighters winning. I think he's the more interesting fighter, although Khamzat did stand for pretty much 2 full rounds. There's a lot of mutual respect between them at the end of this, and I really respect that from both guys, seeing how there's so much animosity leading up to the fight. So round 1, Sean gets taken down almost immediately, so it's not looking good. And easily as well. Khamzat transitions to his back. Sean is fighting the hands well, but struggling to get to his feet. Gets up momentarily just to get taken down again. Khamzat's looking for that submission. Does almost start to kind of get it, it seems. But Sean defends well, keeps his hands out of his neck, and just able to survive into round 2. Hey, this was part of my parlay too. I just needed it to go over 2.5 rounds, and it went the distance. So big parlay hits for me. Round 2. Sean landing some jabs early and looking very smart defensively. Khamzat landing some jabs of his own. Khamzat shoots a takedown. Sean gets into top control on the fucking ground, somehow out-wrestling Chimaev. Insane. Chimaev is looking extremely tired. Sean says, fuck it. Lets him up. Khamzat's tired, fighting off his back. Sean in dominant position on the ground again in round 2. Craziness. Next, round 3. Khamzat's landing strikes now, but very tired as we see. Sean tees off a good combo. They're both trading their jabs. Khamzat's mixing in some kicks, walking forward, jabbing, but Sean is countering very well, landing jabs of his own. Typical defense of just moving like this, jab, jab, teep, you know, the typical Sean Strickland. And then round 4, still landing those jabs. Khamzat lands a big right hand. Sean's countering decently. Khamzat is on his front foot still and landing some body shots too, including kicks to the body. Khamzat does land a takedown cage side at the end of this round, but not for long and didn't do much with it. Round 5, Khamzat lands a takedown early. Sean gets to his feet cage side. Khamzat is unable to hold Sean down now, too tired. Sean's landing his jabs, landing his straights. Khamzat gets Strickland down. Sean gets up, looking for more shots at the end of the round. And it goes to decision, and a split decision at that. Now, is this controversial is the question. I mean, yes and no. I guess, you know, if they gave it to Khamzat, I wouldn't have been surprised. They gave it to Strickland. I also wasn't surprised. It really was that close. It was really that close. Sorry guys, it's like 3 in the morning. I have no qualms with the judges. Yeah, I mean, it was a very close fight. Strickland got the win. He's the new champion. Chimaev, I think, is moving up now. That was his last fight at middleweight. We're going to see Sean versus DDP 3. We'll see how that goes. I mean, Sean's 35. Probably only got a few more fights left in the tank, really. So, anyway, yeah, that was my UFC 328 breakdown. Great card. Great parlays hit. God bless. Hope you all have a great day. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Peace.